Everybody, and welcome to Black Ram GX Gaming. We're here, we're live. We're continuing Alan Wake. We finished chapters 1 and 2 yesterday. We're starting with chapter 3 today. If you remember, or maybe you didn't see it at the end, we came back to save our good buddy. I forget his name. Billy? We'll just say Billy. It's not Billy, but we'll say Billy. He's also our agent. And we moved into town. We have, 2 days to write the manuscript for our next book. Otherwise, the hunter dude who kidnapped our wife is going to hurt her. So, randomly we got a call from the waitress at the diner, Rose, who said that she would be helping give us the manuscript. So I'm confused why she would have the manuscript. I don't know. But anyway, she was being possessed by the evil old lady that gave us the keys to the wrong cabin in the first place. And is pretty much setting everything in motion here. So, we've arrived at the trailer park where we will be running into the possessed Rose for the manuscript. Alright? Hey, if you're watching for the first time, don't forget to hit the follow button. Even if you are, or you've watched before, hit the like button. Small clicks, takes you a second and helps me out and goes a long way. Helps me get seen a lot more by more people and helps me grow. And same goes for YouTube. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. Let's get to it. Alright. This probably isn't going to give you the...
Help you folks?
Yeah.
Name's Randolph.
Wasn't going to give the...
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure.
Recap.
Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl.
We'll find the trailer eventually, but we gotta find collectibles.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and, get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make
Thomas Zane. We did see his book earlier.
But I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing.
Ooh, let's see. Thank you for the like. Cheers.
Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Divers
You're
Island.
fast tonight.
The volcano under the lake
Congratulations on being
1970,
first.
And Zane went down with the island.
Everyone's got the doors locked to strangers? That's crazy. This is a small trailer park. They should all be open.
Come on, mister. I'll take you to Rose's trailer.
Okay. In due time. Always got a gimpy little leg.
Just follow me.
Don't think I'd want to go into any of these doors anyway. Who's cutting all that wood?
Listen, I got things to do. This place don't run itself.
Looks like it does. Everything's overgrown. Alright.
Give me a break, mister. Can we just get a move on?
No. And I did see one coffee container behind us.
Yeah, how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers.
Someone running a vacuum? Either that or it's a horrific noise. Is it back here? Okay, I kind of thought, like, the way everything's going, that this is where it would be. So she lives in the back of the back corner.
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook store. The Scratchin' Hag. Comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles
Anyway,
about this are
Al.
written by Cynthia Weaver.
Not talking to you, Mr. Local.
She's that crazy bag lady you met. Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
Anyway, are you gonna tell me more? I guess not. That's the extent of the story. Okay. We've collected everything. Let's see what's going on in this creepy trailer with the possessed woman.
Welcome to... Oh dear, Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
She's a little bit creepy.
Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Hey, this is really good.
Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript.
Alan doesn't think so.
I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry. She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey Al. Al, what's... Oh...
Barry! What? What?
Oh. A lot of counter spaces there. Plus the table. That could have been a bad crash.
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Back to work, boy.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary...
She's got a little collage of me above her bed.
She's a woman in a funeral dress.
Oh boy.
I call her Barbara Jacker. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
Rose took a
really
day from
interesting.
me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me, and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you.
So we're just gonna
For my
let her
Well,
go
the
and leave
flashlight
Barry
was
just
gone.
sitting there.
I'd have to find a way to get Mr. Randolph like
Okay,
Rose.
seems like a good
That little
plan.
Smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station. Hurry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
So Randolph called the Popo because I got drugged. Like I was up to no good. Causing a bunch of trouble in the neighborhood.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air, and let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and
Gotta get your exercise in.
Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM.
KBF FM.
What's on your mind, Walt?
Well, I ain't the way you are, but, well, I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but, I ain't been drinking either, you know? I just...
Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
I had a, argument with Danny, and, then I got in trouble with the law, and, I'm just...
Oh, this is the guy from the jail cell yesterday.
I heard something like that, Walt.
Yeah, well, he's, Danny's my best friend, and, they let me out of bail today, and now I'm just alone here at the window, waiting. Man, there's something in the air tonight, man.
I was just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt?
I don't know. Something's gonna happen. I think I better go.
Well, Walt, maybe...
No, thanks, Pat.
Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there. Let's take a little break, folks. This weather's really something else, huh?
Look at this arrow. Oh, you know what? Is that just literally the moonlight coming down between the trees to perfectly form an arrow? It is. That is sneaky. I like it though. A little bit of misdirection. Oh, probably my car, huh? Hey, you've been waiting all night for me?
Oh, you're gonna get it now.
Oh, son of a bitch.
God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI.
Oh, and we were supposed to go see the FBI.
You're under arrest. You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face. Stay right where you are, Triple A.
What are? I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac.
Looks like he got shot 1 or 2 times. He didn't, clearly, but it looked like it. And one went right through
I hated to
Alan's
leave
head
Barry
there.
behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Come on, Mr. Wake, come on! Gotta look for collectibles, manuscript pages. A lot of people, places, or things. A lot of nouns out here coming after me. Look, how is there this many cops? Oh! Available in a town of like 200 people.
Damn.
Wow! What the f... Back in the ditch! If there's collectibles out here, I ain't gonna find them.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain.
Hungry.
It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed them...
Whoa! Maybe the cops shouldn't have been out here so late at night.
Rose didn't know how the strange old lady got in her trailer, and she looked wrong somehow. The woman showed her teeth in an approximation of a smile and traced a finger down Rose's cheek. Pretty girl, she said. Rose felt as if she was falling asleep, but her knees didn't buckle. The crone spoke in a whisper, her words ice cold and dark in Rose's ear.
Come in, Agent Nightingale. This is Sheriff Breaker. Over. Nightingale, over. What on earth is going on? My deputies tell me you fired a
So the sheriff's coming to help me. This Agent Nightingale's a bit of a freak, huh? Now I'm scared that these cops are going to be captured by the darkness. People with guns are going to start shooting at me. God. This game is so creepy. I can't believe they never made another one of these. Maybe Control is more like this. Like Josh was saying.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
I was just gonna do a quick look-see and it leaves, or like... Oh. Attack crows are gonna chase it down. It is so hard to tell if this is real or not. Like, at first, you didn't really believe this is real. You thought something was going on. But now, you got the police force going down, helicopters. The only two left are FBI and a sheriff. Police force of what? Must have been at least 20 guys, maybe 40. Taken out.
This is James. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over. Thornton here. James, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody.
I could see the lights at the radio station in the distance.
Come on. Sit down and give me that. James, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's dropped or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Otis Scotch about him, you know what I mean. Over. I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over. Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both. Over. Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The Fed's gonna want to interview
I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine. Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
Well, let's give it a light.
The old generator conked out. I'd have to see if I could fix it and try again.
Fix it by just punting it straight back into place. I like that your equipment
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal
resets
weapon for my
everything.
situation.
Team 1, come in. Over.
You gotta find guns again every time.
Report. Over. Team 2, come in. I need a report. Over. Come on, guys. Talk to me. Come in, please. Over.
Everyone's gone. It's just us. That was ideal indeed. Hey, Harold, how's it going? It's going pretty good over here. Now we're just flashlighting and flash grenading the darkness out here. You played this one before? Oh, and thank you for the like. So far, the game's pretty good. The only thing is, I don't have a lot of weapons here, and I seem to be getting attacked a lot.
And here's another call. You're on.
Alright, we got a few more flashbangs. Maybe we'll be alright.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
You,
Well, that's just up the road from.
familiar with this one at all?
What's going on? Do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens,
It's an older game, but they got the remastered version here.
Yes, sir. Like from a pistol. So can you find out what's going on?
Gunshots? Yes, sir. Like from a pistol.
Guns there. They're still shooting? No, it was maybe 10-15 minutes ago. It sounds serious, Pat. I'm telling you, it don't sound like no party.
It's a remake? Yes, sir.
I'm certainly gonna give the station a call, Milt.
Alright. I guess a remaster is what you call it. So it's the same thing, they just updated the graphics. You didn't get very far? Oh, why not? Because it was challenging? Because it was scary? What happened? I beat it one time, and then I tried to go back. What the? Beat it one time a long time ago, and then after that, I tried replaying it one or two times, but it's a slow start.
Drawn in black and gray crayons. The old lady had promised her that all her wishes would come true. She would be Alan Wake's muse. She was smiling so hard it hurt her face. She crushed a bottle full of sleeping pills into the coffee. Deep down inside, she was screaming in terror.
But I figured it's been 11 years since it came out. I probably played it when it came out. So it might be a good time to go back. Plus the remaster just came out this year. Couldn't get used to the controls. That's fair. It is a little different for sure. I don't know how far I can explore here and how bad of an idea this is. Oh shit. That's like whenever I try to get someone who never played the old school Resident Evils with tank controls. Try to get them to play those. They usually end up quitting in like 10-15 minutes because they can't get used to the controls. Oh, did I just go the right way? This feels like the right way. I want to go back. This kind of reminds me of Alone in the Dark meets Resident Evil. I never played Alone in the Dark. How was that one? It's got some Resident Evil-like features. It's like it's a very mysterious, a lot going on, but you don't know what it is. There's just this darkness that attacks everybody that's in it, but it wants you for some reason. Damn, this place is big. To be honest, it's Resident Evil knockoff. I suppose you can make that argument. In a way, you know, every horror game is kind of a Resident Evil knockoff because it started the whole genre. I don't think there really was many horror games before that, and if there was, they weren't popular. Resident Evil made it profitable, and well, you can just see the amount of horror games from there on out. But I think this one's got a really good, unique story. True, you'd say the same? Yeah, I think so. But I do really enjoy the story of this one. It's like, you're a struggling writer, so you go off on like a little vacation to get away from it all with your wife. And this darkness lady, I don't know, we just call her Darkness, gives you the keys to a island shack that's actually not there, and it all goes wrong, and then you gotta get your wife back from the kidnapper. You're a huge Resident Evil fan? Me too. I don't think there's a single franchise that I love more than that. Like, the moment a Resident Evil game's coming out, I'm buying it. The only disappointing thing has been, well, what's it called? Reverse. Supposed to come out with 8 back in, what, May? I think it was? Here we are, probably more than 5 months later from Resident Evil 8's release, and we got nothing. Which, I mean, it probably wasn't like an astounding game anyway. But it was what it was. I went back through and played
I hope Maine could lend me
all of them, the whole story through in preparation for 8 coming out. It's not done yet. They had it like ready to go. They did one beta and then must have realized they're nowhere near ready and went back. I feel like with the amount of time they're putting into it, that it's got to be just being reworked, right? Like, they had a beta out. They had a nearly complete game. 5 months later, it's not done. So it makes you wonder. Uh-oh, copyright claims.
Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake just walked in. Folks, I'm going to see if I can talk him into an interview.
Come on in, Mr. Wake.
Nemesis is the best. I liked it a lot.
Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do
For
this,
sure,
Mr.
one of
Wake.
my favorites.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away from me. Don't hurt her.
Whoa. Everyone calm down. Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him. What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
So the radio guy we met on the ferry and on the way in the very beginning of the game, FBI agent, apparently smells like Scott, showed up, wanted to talk to me. I didn't show up because I got drugged. And now he's shooting at me, trying to get me. The sheriff is actually pretty cool and has helped me out.
I had
I don't
fallen
know
off so many cliffs it was ridiculous.
what's up with
That's
this
what you get
FBI
for reading
agent.
a book, The Sudden Stop. It was probably good.
And that's the second time he's taken shots at me on site for no reason. Never met the guy.
The broken studio window into the dark woods. He
Cheers.
turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you? Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned.
Cheeks burned with rage and humiliation. I think
Lose the cops and
Resident
find
Evil
my own
1
way to the mine.
is my favorite. It's just a classic. It's the first one I played. But Resident Evil 2, you know, love that one. Three was amazing in its own ways. 4 was like one of the best games of that, I don't know, whole genre system. PS2 era. 5 was okay. 6 is meh. Like, as meh as it gets. That's the worst one in the series. That's like a main game. Seven was really good. 8 was really good. I'm sure 9 will be great. Oh, I see something over here. I gotta go. Good talking to you. I'll see you next stream. Hey, sounds good, my man. You have a good night, and I look forward to seeing you again.
There was no sensible reason for the power company work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
Holy banana cream pie. Ah! Woo! Indeed, take care. Hell yeah. These lights went out for some reason. No, it seems like they will go out over time. There's a pathway to something up there, but I swear it seemed like the path went up here. Right? There's this path right here. Leads to nothing, I guess? Whoa! Oh, right here. Unless this is the original light I just came from. I think it is. I'm gonna heal up here quick though. Oh shit, sorry Kayla, I missed that like. Thank you for the like. Thank you, Samuel, for the like and share as well. Cheers, cheers. I'm surprised I missed that. Or why I might not be hearing sounds. Let me repeat that. Did it pop back up? Let me do it again. No, it's just super quiet. Hold on. Maybe my speakers gotta get turned up a bit. Okay. Okay. That should be good. Ooh, another page.
The bulldozer's engine roared to life. Mud and rocks flew as it fought for traction.
Bulldozer.
It crashed the concrete wall and landed heavily in the yard. If it were an animal, it would have shaken its head after the impact, fixed its eyes on me, and charged. Of course, it had no head, nor eyes. Shadows crawled on its form, twisting it into a monster. Then, it came for me.
Well, fuck. I think that means we're about to get attacked by a shadow-controlled bulldozer. If you can believe it. Ooh, piece of candy.
Sarah trusted her gut, and her gut said Agent Nightingale was an asshole. He felt wrong, and it wasn't just the smell of stale booze. It was in the way he flashed his badge, pulled rank, the look in his eyes when he wanted answers. Where was Alan Wake? What was this about an accident? Where was his wife? And most importantly, why did she let Wake go? He wouldn't answer her questions. Federal business was all he'd say.
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan. Alan. I'm so afraid. He keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. Something else. Looking out from behind your eyes.
Oh, God.
Alice, I'm here.
I'm so alone here.
It's kind of like Silent Hill-esque. How everything's just trippy and nothing makes sense.
The connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me.
What do you think that trembling was?
The pipe wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage.
Okay, so wrenches are gonna rip off and fly at me now.
I could see a railway bridge up ahead, and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
Okay. We'll go that way, but first, there was like a cabin over here. Right? We saw that from above. Maybe we can get to it. Ah. We can. There's some sort of secret inside. Like, I don't know, a ton of ammo. This is pretty legit. Whoa! Didn't mean to use that. You like that you could still see the shadows of them afterwards, laying on the ground? It's almost creepier. Also, what are these messages? Where do they come from? Why can you only see them by flashlight? Holy...
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Oh! Oh! Well, that shit almost killed me. What? That huge pipe came from behind me and just smacked me in the back of the head.
Find a car from there.
Okay. Let's try flash grenades this time.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path. What the
Oh. Okay. We got away.
I slammed the door shut right in his smug
Cheers.
face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me.
Oh. So we're going to a lodge.
As a teenager, just starting to get interested
I'm gonna
in
guess he's
writing,
talking about the
Stephen
FBI
King
agent.
had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good
Whoa,
horror
heavy-duty
story.
flashlight.
Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
Yeah, first the darkness was just possessing people. And little sludge balls. Now it's legitimately anything. Just seeing if I can climb up any of these things. Nope, nope, and nope. Definitely not. Oh, howdy, Sheriff. My God, those big guys. They are trouble. Whoa!
We take the facts of our existence for granted, unaware that they are merely a thin veneer of desperate self-delusion, covering a vast cosmos of madness and horror. All too often, the stars are right. In Night Springs.
Night Springs. These are little episodes they have of basically Twilight Zone episodes. It's like 2 minutes.
The local customs of an insular community in Night Springs has been less than successful. Until tonight.
Well, I'm glad you changed your minds about this. Ancient customs, local mythology. My editor loves this kind of stuff.
Well, Mr. Derleth, we don't want to feel like we're on exhibition, but you have demonstrated the seriousness of your intent.
Oh, I am serious. Really, just do your thing. I'll stay out of your way and observe.
Actually, I thought you could assist us. I'm afraid we are a man short. It would provide you with an intimate perspective.
Could I really?
Of course, Mr. Derleth.
Well, I guess that's the least I... What would I have to do?
Oh, here.
What would he
Show
do?
you with a kiss. Oh, Mr. Derleth, you have well pleased Nixie Perka, the dweller in flesh. Your body shall host his 1,000 young, and all shall be glory. Shh, darling, be calm. Shh.
Alvin Derleth learned a harsh lesson. If you go looking for
Learned
mythology,
a lesson?
it may come looking for you. And such quests always bear fruit. In Night Springs.
He learned a valuable lesson when he died that night.
The darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
Whoa. So perhaps it's the kidnapper who shut the door on and we hear him scream. There's the bulldozer we read about. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Right in the jaw. Do what you gotta do, you know? Alright, suppose we can look around a little now. I think we're maxed out on a couple things here. Oh, we want to use this truck, eh? Alright, well, I learned my lesson last time. Get in the vehicle, you stay in the vehicle. Otherwise, you're in for a bad day.
I had never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine. wasn't far now. Today, I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
Let's see what's this way. I've apparently left my flashlight, my pistol, my shotgun, my flashbangs, my flares. I don't really get the point of why it gave me more of those items at the end.
Even
after
during
I've
daytime, I was being stalked. The
finished
bridge
everything.
must have collapsed only moments after I'd crossed it.
Oh, interesting. So, okay, today's the day we're going to go confront the guy who kidnapped her wife. Problem is, he wanted a manuscript for our whole book. He was going to turn it in or something, make a bunch of money, and say he wrote it. Or ransom it back. Or something. I don't know. I don't know what his plan was. What's he going to do with the manuscript to a book? Clearly written by somebody else. Anyway, I don't have the manuscript. So, we'll see how well this goes. Rough road. I don't know why I got out on foot here. Like, maybe I could have drove that truck. Feels like it's getting darker here. Darkness. This must be his truck? Oh, shoot. I could have been driving. Holy shit. Cheers. What up, Sadie? Thank you for the 100 stars. I swear it's that Scream one. Like 75% of the time now. I didn't get no little ting noise, no nothing. No one was chatting. That one was dirty. Well played, well played. How you been doing, Sadie? Oh, I've been home earlier, but I hurt my knee and had to bring in groceries, so it took me a minute. Oh shit. How'd you do that? That's also fair. My knee popped right when I got to Walmart. Ooh. It's like a pop? Like an air pop? Because I have that shit happen all the time. Sometimes it feels good. Now my knee is tighter than a virgin. Oh no.
This is Pat Main, and you're listening to KBF-FM.
Well, that sounds awful.
I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was detained. You see, I encountered a big shot G-man.
Funny analogy, though.
Figure who could use a lesson in manners and a boot in the ass. Not necessarily in that order either. Now, folks, I know I'm not being very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet, but I'm just so peeved right now.
Oh, thank you also for the like and the share. Jeez.
I'm just glad that our Sheriff Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last night is listening, let me just say, I'm sorry if my mouth got you in trouble. I'm pretty sure you're not the bad guy here. Godspeed, son. I hope you know what you're doing. Now, on a lighter note, I'll be talking to Dr. Nelson all morning. But first, a little music.
So the radio host there was just saying, I popped in last night to his radio station to ask him for help being chased by a crazy FBI agent who shot at me twice on sight instead of asking me questions. And he keeps shooting at civilians while trying to hit me. So he shot at the old radio DJ, trying to get me, broke the studio windows, and then lost me as I ran away into the woods. I get locked up and I hobbled around with Ollie in the cart, and Ollie is screaming, "Mommy, gotta use potty." And I keep correcting, saying, "No." Just kept my knee, buddy. Just hurt my knee, buddy. Oh. Man, yeah. I can imagine that didn't sound fun at all. That must be the coal mine. Oh, and we're going to a coal mine because a kidnapper stole her wife. Said I'm a writer. I don't bring him a manuscript for my next book, but he's going to hurt my wife. So we're here at the coal mine without the manuscript.
You were talking about that. I was saying I don't buy it. Well, see, to me, that's
because we lost a whole day because we got drugged by a waitress possessed by the darkness, and then the next whole day running away from the FBI, sheriff's department, and getting to the coal mine.
And if you miss that chance, it's gone forever, and you're forever incomplete. I mean, isn't that depressing? Or heck, childish even? There's plenty of fish in the sea. And apparently a fisherman has a fishing analogy for everything. But what you're saying, isn't that a little harsh? Well, no. What I am saying is that you're...
Without the manuscript, yeah. So, I think we're just going to challenge him.
How is that harsh? Yeah, well, I guess that's a nice thought, but let me say something.
We already met him in the woods once.
Okay. Now, well,
He's the hunter who was on the ferry when we first came in.
I can't really fit that together with what I feel, what I felt for someone, because she was the one. She was, and I let her drift away from me.
I'm noticing we're wearing dress shoes. I've been running through the woods the last week in dress shoes. Look, walking around concrete and tile in dress shoes sucks balls. I can't imagine running through the woods and unstable ground and making these giant jumps. Your feet are fucked. I agree, Sadie. How could you possibly not have massive bunions all over your feet? And my knees along with my feet and your knees. We got old bodies or something. Alan Wake here looks 40. He's definitely got an older body. He's running around with dress shoes. What the hell's he thinking? Ooh, manuscripts.
For Mott, spying on the writer on the ferry had been a disappointment.
Mott's the guy who stole
Wake out to be something special, but Mott hadn't been impressed.
Your wife.
He'd gotten a good long look at the wife, though, and he liked what he saw. Mott had fantasized about
his boss? So there's a boss involved?
But it hadn't happened. Still, He'd get his chance to see if the writer had anything in him. He'd been promised as much.
So we keep finding pages to the manuscript, and sometimes we find them ahead of things that actually happen, and it gives us clues as to what we're about to run into. So that's what that was just there. Very hard on the knees. I have been with all these big jumps and hips. And he hasn't slept in like, I mean, other than getting knocked out for a day. Barely slept in the last week. Up all night. Can I knock these over? Nope. They are stronger than a 2-ton truck.
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
Ooh, a collectible. I wonder if I can see how many coffees I got. 36 out of 100. 42 pages out of 106. I know I've definitely messed some books. Or pages. The old prospecting museum.
With Nightingale gone and the night wind blowing in through the broken studio.
Nightingale gone, so Nightingale's the FBI agent.
Sarah. The sheriff looked away. Maine's voice shook with barely controlled anger. That boy's doing more drinking than thinking. I hope you know what you're doing, Sarah. He's got a sickness in his eyes. You take my word for it. He wants Wake for a reason, and it's not for anything good.
He's talking about the FBI agent. Supposedly the FBI agent, someone was saying on the radio earlier that they could smell scotch on his breath. In 1970, a volcanic eruption below Cauldron Lake. Cauldron Lake is where we had our house that wasn't really there in the first place, and I disappeared for a week, and my wife disappeared. Everything got weird once we went to Cauldron Lake. While relatively minor, caused most of the deep mining tunnels to collapse or flood. 32 miners lost their lives in calamity, and all mining around Bright Falls came to a stop. Now, many of their remaining buildings are protected as historical landmarks. Yeah.
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me. The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me. I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
Oh shit. I still got my weapons.
Wake.
Where the hell are you?
Change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around by
You
you.
want to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello? Ah! I'm gonna kill him.
I did not know that would work. Woo!
It was close.
I for real did not see that coming. That was a surprise. Huh.
Thomas Zane fell for Barbara Jagger, it happened fast. She was young, vibrant, and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane felt good for the first time in his life. Everything she did was another piece of a jigsaw puzzle he hadn't even known he'd been missing. And best of all, she made the words flow, strong and sharp. She was his muse.
So Tom Sane was a writer who previously disappeared in a very similar situation. I think Barbara is the evil darkness lady. Oh! Darkness getting a little more dangerous. Okay. We're having a hard time making it out of here. How are we supposed to get to Mirror Peak? There's the darkness tornado we were reading about.
The only way to reach the hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
Oh god, so we're just gonna drive across the field. Car is winding down on effectiveness here. Okay. We just gotta make it across the field again. I'm sure that won't be hard at all. Whoa! Oh, no! Okay, they can't follow me in here. I hope. Famous last words. I gotta assume there's an achievement now for somebody with a shotgun, somebody with a flare. You hear something walking? Oh, hello. Hold on. Let's see if that is a... I don't want to waste shotgun ammo if it's not one. Pretty sure I put the lime into coconut. Oh, twice. Okay. Burn 1,000 birds. $50 with a shotgun, $50 with a hunting rifle, $50 with flashbangs, $50 with flare guns. Indirect means. 4 with a flare gun. Oh, the can pyramids. I knocked over 1. Alright. Oh, if I do this in 30 minutes without firing a single shot. Okay, well, we're gonna have to turn it up a bit here. I don't remember all of these, but we can do a few.
Some of the Taken retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of
I'm gonna go to the bathroom and be right
nothing
back.
remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough for the purposes of the Dark Presence. But for anything more elaborate, as with the writer, it was different. It needed his mind. And so rather than taking him over completely, it merely touched him.
And I'm back. Holy shit.
There was no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh. Okay, I probably shouldn't jump in there since that just looks endless. This appears to be the right way. Let's check out the other way first. Just a fence, nothing much. Hey, Justin, what's going on, man? How are you doing? Cheers. Thank you for the like, and cheers again. Thank you for the follow. So I saw my one chat yesterday. The one I always look at didn't refresh. I have that issue sometimes. It's rare, but it happens. So to answer your questions from yesterday. I was doing good. I'm doing good again today. And yes, I have played this before. Oh, once a long time ago. Oh! Probably like 11 years ago when it first came out, I would say, is when I probably played it last. I only beat it the one time, so I am not very familiar with the story or anything. Like, I remember little bits. I remember some of the characters. Some sections I have like a small memory of. I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of remember this happening. But most of this feels very new to me. I say the last time I played it was like in 2013.
I stared through the bars.
Probably, yeah. I mean, it came out in 2010. I thought it came out later.
Looking as ill as I felt. Agent Nightingale stood on the other side of the bars with Sheriff Breaker. Nightingale had a stack of manuscript pages in his hand. He seemed unhinged as he gloated. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent.
Oh, shoot. So I'm going to take it that you don't remember much either. I got it afterwards for PC. Ah, okay. So it came out first for Xbox and later for PC. That makes sense. Oh, bats. There we go. I've been trying to get that achievement all night. And by all night, I mean since like 10 minutes ago when I learned it was an achievement. You know. No, I don't think I even made it halfway. What? Oh! Well, I'm almost dead. Oh! Hobbling man. Alright, no mistakes. I think it's a little bit of a longer game. I don't think it's too bad. It's a little bit longer. Another guy, Harold Curtis, was in here earlier. He said he didn't make it too far. He couldn't get too used to the controls. Oh, whoops, I don't know why I just did that. Wasting batteries.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
Ooh, pump action shotgun. Yes, please. Oh, both directions seem right. What happened to you where you didn't make it all the way through? Didn't like the controls? Got bored? Too scary? It is a freaky game. Why is the shotgun not one-shotting? Oh no. This is a mistake. I remember watching the strange live-action shorts they had when in the game first came out. They were kind of cool. I agree. I've been watching those. They're like, what do you call those? Twilight Zone episodes, but they're like 2 minutes. So I think that's the right way to go. Let's try not going the right way. I'm checking out the shack. And good thing we did. Shotgun ammo, grenades, collectibles. Everything you want. Yeah, mainly the townsfolk acting strange as shit. Yeah, they're all like possessed by the darkness, whatever it is. Then the cops are coming after you for a while, and then they all get attacked by the darkness. And all of a sudden, all the cops are coming at you. Except for, well, I don't think any of them use guns, but they most certainly have the option. I want my shotgun back. This pump one sucks. It's pretty cool. I mean, everyone starts off as a really nice, friendly, normal person. And then they get possessed, and they're all coming at you. They can't be hurt until they've been hit by the light so much. Starts off with you having a dream. And the dream kind of explains to you the mechanics of the game and everything. It's more or less like the prologue. Holy bananas. And there's like a light that talks to you and is helping you out. And it's funny because the light's like, here, use this flashlight to fight the darkness. And then it's like, oh, and here's a gun. You gotta kill them, even if they look like normal people. They could still hurt you. And I'm sitting there like, what is this God complex thing doing? What God complex? It's just a beam of light talking to you. Is like, here, take this gun and make sure you kill people. It's kind of funny to me. Hello, Mr. Slippery. Got his ass. A pump shotgun that I had before, it would have been like 4 or 5 shots. Apparently there's DLC for it too. Might have came with this remastered version that was on Game Pass. Maybe that more completes the story. I don't know. I was told by Josh in the stream yesterday that Alan Wake is in the game Control in some way, shape, or form. So it sounds like Control is the same universe or continues the story in some way. I don't know.
Things were never as simple in real life as in fiction. I had lost count of the times I wished there'd be a clear reason for my writer's block. Something to fight, something to lash out on. There wasn't. I was filled with doubt. I was nothing like the hero in my books.
We got
Alex Casey had gone through his life with single-minded
Pokemon Oreos here.
never wavering from his
I don't know. They were in the store and they look delicious. They're also double stuffed. This one's a Rowlet. Don't know what that is. Only played early on. Cheers. Can't read at the moment. Okay. Hopefully that was enough time. Basically, a bunch of guys burned alive in a coal mine some years ago. Not too good. Justin saying, oh, cool. Yeah, I don't know. I was told I gotta play Control. I don't know that I'm gonna play it next. I want to go back and do Resident Evil 8. Friday, I'm gonna do the new Dark Pictures anthology all the way through. I don't know. I kind of want to continue doing some horror games, even for November. There's just so much to play and so little time to play it. When tractors start getting hurled at me, I'm not in. Paul, what's going on? How are you doing? Howdy, howdy. Thank you for the like. Cheers. Delicious. Paul, have you played this game? Iron Horse. Encountered a steam engine. Uh-oh. I guess that's what I just took out.
I needed a key for the door.
Hey, Mohan. Thank you very much for the like. Cheers. Nope, found the key. We'll jump in excitement. You have not? Oh, this is a good one. I'd recommend it. Can't remember if you're an Xbox guy or not, but it is free on Game Pass Remastered in 2021.
There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators summoning fabulous things from a magic lake, using his powers to shape the world of a realm of gods and dreams and demons, dark things that wait for a chance to slip through, wearing the flesh of men as
So
disguise.
watching myself on the TV here.
Zane writes about himself, his girlfriend being taken over by a dark presence,
As I narrate
scared of the lake. Zane believes it's
things
a mirror
about what's
that
going
can't be
on.
void of darkness above, where some Lovecraftian presence lurks.
But when did it happen?
I crawled back upstairs. I'll borrow these things for my story. They ring
Did this
true.
happen in the week I was knocked out? I was knocked out for a week in the beginning of the game. Is this in the future? Ooh. I need that rifle, but I'll come back for it, I think. Condemned vibes. I never played Condemned all the way through, but it is very creepy. There's like a general darkness in the, I don't know, county? Huge area. That's trying to kill you. Alright, I'll just switch to the rifle. It's probably more ammo for that anyway. Yeah. You've got guys with axes and knives and sledgehammers coming out of the woodwork, covered in darkness, and you gotta burn the darkness off of them before you can kill them. But they're like real people that are suddenly possessed, and you just have to kill them.
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up.
Currently, my wife's been kidnapped, and that's where we're gonna go. We're trying to save her. The ransom, I'm a writer, and the ransom was the copy of my manuscript. I don't know how he's gonna get that published and make money off it, but that's his goal, I guess. And I never wrote the manuscript. I was supposed to, but I got knocked out by a waitress who was possessed, who told me she had the manuscript.
Birds.
Oh! Then an FBI agent's been hunting me down and shooting at me for no reason. So I lost all the time I had to write the book. Flare guns are like nukes in this. Like anything with light is super good, but hey, will those birds come back? There's an achievement to burn 1,000 birds. I'd like to burn some more. That must have been all of them, though. I don't know how many are in one of those swarms, so... Oh! Maybe 20? So these mines are like condemned. About what? 90 years ago from when this game came out? The miners were all burned alive in here or something? Oh my god, Sadie. You are sneaky today. Cheers. Thank you for the 100 stars. I'm getting caught off guard here. Tunnels, plural. Which way is the right way? Which way is wrong? Let's go this way. It feels wrong. We want to go the wrong way for collectibles. Ooh, flares. Collectibles and ammo. Ooh, a page of the manuscript. Oh, fuck. I needed to go the other way, didn't I?
Even behind the closed doors and curtains of his grimy room at the Majestic, the local motel,
I'm just gonna have to take an L on that one.
Feel the locals' eyes on him, the unrelenting pressure of their judgment.
Nightingale's the FBI agent, for those of you who don't know.
They could all be under Wake's spell already. You do what you have to do to get the job done. He took comfort from the bottle in his hand. Please, he thought, just let me get through this.
I'm gonna go back. Okay, we didn't go too far. Now I can check out the right tunnel. Not miss out on that. There better be something in there, though. All I'm saying. Unless, what if they're both the right way?
Without warning, the headache stabbed at my brain.
Why do they both feel like the right way? I don't know. I think the other way left behind what, a manuscript page?
Alice?
Oh.
I'm losing it. I gotta get out of here.
That is a good question. I don't know what that was.
The hunters were big, thick-set men, confident and at
but
home.
we just saw that little flashback
running on beer and ghost stories
in the very beginning. So your wife has like a horrible fear of the dark.
They were taken by the
coincidence?
Sucked deep into a darkness far worse than any ghost story they ever told or heard.
And when you first get to this cabin in the middle of the lake, you go outside because you're pissed off at your wife. She tried to find this place as a nice, quiet place to help you read. She found a therapist to help you out and all that. Just trying to help you out. And you bitch her out really bad. You're like, fuck you, Alice, you bitch. Never try to help me again. And you run out of the house for a breather. Then the lights go out. She freaks out. You run inside, and she fell out of the house into the lake. You jump, and she looks dead. She looks dead in the lake. So you jump in the lake to help her, and then you black out for a week. And you come to back in your car, which is somewhere else, and you're like concussed, bleeding from your head. Just crazy shit.
Even behind the closed doors and curtains of his grimy room at the Majestic, the local motel, Nightingale could feel the locals' eyes on him.
Oh, okay, yeah, we saw that one. Son of a bitch. Oh, hello. I think they got them all. So flash grenades are so much bright light all at once that they work like a real grenade and just cap them all. Flashlights work, flares. Flares kind of just make them back off, but it kind of helps if you get them close enough. And then once they're weak, you gotta shoot them. You hear that? Oh my
I'd have to
Lord.
make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
Okay. Don't fail me now, feats. These dress shoes are coming in clutch. Like, who made these dress shoes that I'm hobbling around in this stuff in? Nike? All brand new Nike Superflex dress shoes. A whole new level of comfort in one shoe. I recently discovered that you should always just wear Hey Dudes. They're extremely comfortable shoes. Whoop. And they're just dressy enough, depending on the kind you get, that you can wear them as dress shoes. They don't really make the cut that well, but you know what? I wear dress clothes for work every day, and I just definitely wear them. Some days, they don't make any sense, and I kind of just look like an old man. But at the same time, it's like walking around in your home slippers. They're fantastic. Look at that kick power, though. Shattered the whole thing. Didn't just knock it down. Shattered. Okay. Do you really? You gotta dress up every day for work? Oh, yeah. You know, my work from home days, it's like... sweatpants, sweatshirt, just chilling. But I only get that 2 days a week. 2 days a week I gotta be in dress clothes. And then the other 2 days of the week... and the other 2 days. I don't work 6 days. Fuck that. And the last day of the week on Friday, I can be dressed down, so... I go in jeans, and I live in Packer country, but I wear Bears clothes, for anyone who knows their NFL, and I don't know, just irritates everyone every day, or every Friday, and I get made fun of a lot, but you know what, it's funny to me. So, I just keep doing it. Even if they keep losing and keep being the worst team in the NFL. So I started trolling even more, and I got Bears socks. I got my Bears hat. Wear Bears sweaters.
Lightning flashed behind the windows of Cauldron Lake Lodge. Tor Anderson laughed and held the steel hammer above his head. Nurse Sinclair was trying to calm him down without success.
Nurse Sinclair
boomed madly and shouted, "My hammer's up. Here's a friendly poke from Molnir, wench." He brought the hammer down with all his might on Sinclair's head. "We're on a comeback tour, baby."
Holy shit. I don't think before Marvel's Thor that I would have known what Mjolnir is. But check this out. Today at work, I'm the only guy in my department. A couple of the girls decided to start decorating their desks with Christmas stuff. Like, one's turning the whole thing into a gingerbread house, trying to build a roof, hanging snowflakes from the top, covering the walls. Has a working train set on fake snow and a tree. That's the most extra one. The rest are still doing it, even though it hasn't been Halloween yet. I said it's way too early. So then they got me a Bears one, and I was like, all right, I'll allow that one decoration. It's like a Bears snowman. Just because I know it makes people upset. And they also covered my name tag with a Grinch name tag. Because I'm so against Christmas decorations. Alrighty? What the fuck? Christmas? Fuck them. That's what I'm saying. Maybe not fuck them, but I'm saying, like, it's way too early. And people are really divided on it. There's a lot of people who are just like, yeah, that's okay, it is what it is. There's a lot of people who are like, what are you doing? It is way too early. I'm one of the way too early people. Way too early. I know, there's other things to celebrate. There's 3 holidays before Christmas. Whoa, daddy. Shit. There's Halloween, Thanksgiving, my birthday, and then we can celebrate Christmas. But we gotta get through those other 3 very important ones first. Some people just don't get it. Halloween, Thanksgiving? They just gonna go fast forward through them? I guess so. Well, here's the thing. I'll blame retail stores. Menards already has their like Winter Wonderland set up in some stores. Where like the whole thing is trees, fake trees everywhere, tons of decorations and stuff. All those other stores are just as bad. So, I get that stores are going to keep making money while people keep going out and buying stuff early. So they're just going to keep coming out with decorations earlier and earlier. But, I don't get it. I said, after I saw how much they bought, in decorations that I'm in the wrong industry. Look, if anyone wants to figure out how to make a bunch of money working for themselves and only work for a portion of the year, make Christmas decorations, sell them on Etsy or some shit, and you could probably make $50,000 or more. You know, you can make your own year's salary doing this for yourself. Just casually throughout the year, work 20 hours a week. Make decorations and sell them out there. There's going to be plenty of people who are going to go, oh, that's cute. I would spend an obnoxious amount of money on this. And they will. They will. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. If I was crafty at all, which I am not, but I know plenty of people that are, I would just do this. I would just make holiday decorations. Because the holiday is always going to come back around. Yeah, Home Depot and Lowe's do too. Still not going to go there for like a month. Well, that I can respect, Sadie. Gonna have some skills to do the art. I don't. I know other people that do. Look, if someone's got the art skills, I can market you. I'll get you out there. I just want like 10%. 10% to get you the sales. You do all the work. I'll still have to work a real job, but you probably won't. Oh, son of a biscuit-eating bulldog. $10%? I'm expensive? What do you mean? 10%'s low. An agent's gonna take like 40%. I mean, if you're not smart. If you were a young aspiring artist and you went to a record label, they'd take like 60%. Those people get the shaft. The ones who don't know what they're doing when they're negotiating that stuff. And they give away like the rights to themselves. They don't even own their names sometimes. They're still extremely wealthy, but, you know, not as wealthy as they should be. Which, you know, they don't need to be greedy or anything like that, but, like, the record labels don't need all the money from the other person's work.
Maud had checked all of Stucky's rental cabins. There had been no sign.
Give you 6%, maybe 7%?
It was dark when
I'll meet you at 8. 8%.
It made no sense. They must have taken a wrong turn, but there was no sign of them, and the car had been there for hours already. Frustrated.
If I lived close enough to do the shipping to somebody, I would say 15% and I'll cover the shipping.
Wouldn't be happy.
Well, of course, we'll make the customer pay the shipping as every company does, but we'll tell them it's free like Amazon does. You know, Amazon tells you it's free, but it's really not. You're paying for it ultimately. You're just not seeing the charge. Deal. Hell yeah, let's make some money. Always looking to find the next business opportunity that takes me away from doing a regular job. Oh no, I wanted to explore. Uh-oh, I gotta do it. It only takes me back a couple seconds, so it's fine. This is a hell of a level. Yeah, I mean, you could do more than Christmas decorations, but it seems like they make the most money. I mean, okay, if retail stores are like, well, how are we going to maximize our Christmas decorations money if we don't put it out 3 months ahead of time? Why are we only collecting money on this for 1 month when we should be getting money for it for a quarter of the year? Also, like, if you could make Halloween costumes, you'd be rolling in it. I used to do advertising for the radio. I met a guy who owned a Spirit Halloween. And all he did, you know, maybe 3 months of the year of work, was he would order all the costumes from some website or something, because they're all the same. He's not making them or anything. Finds a random location to lease, sets up the store, and he has paid employees helping him out the whole time. He's not just doing this on his own. He's probably not paying them jack shit either. It's more or less about, you like Halloween? Well, cool. Come work for me, and you get to experience Halloween every day. I'll even give you 1 free costume. Overcharge the shit out of the costumes. And I think he makes like $50,000 or so in the like 2 or 3 months of work, and then he just chills the rest of the year. Shit, there's guys I know who did that for haunted houses. Like, the one thing they would do is haunted houses. You have to be a good one and have some reputation. You did advertising and all that, but it's incredible how seasonal stuff, holiday stuff like that, can make you enough money in a couple of months to cover what you would make doing a regular job 40 hours a week or more. In a whole year. Crazy. It's crazy. Now, you gotta imagine, in that holiday season where you're really making your money, you are probably working 50, 60-hour weeks. You're not enjoying the holidays as much, but it's just your business time. You're just there, you're going to make all your money, and you get to chill the rest of the year. But that's like all you do for that 3 months.
See Cauldron Lake. I thought I could make out the spot where
I think
the
that's
island
doable,
and the
though,
cabin
right?
had been. There was a light near it.
Would you work your ass off with next to no sleep or free time for 2 or 3 months of the year to relax and not have to work or have a boss the other 9 months?
I was close.
I think most people would.
I tried to hold on to Alice, but her form.
Yeah, probably not. A lot of work shoved into a couple months. Exactly. So you're spending whole days and nights setting up stores for, like, if you were doing the Halloween thing.
It was a reassuring smile, and I hated him for it. I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period. Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now.
Oh. To explain that little excerpt, there is like the therapy guy you came to see with your wife. He was trying to talk to you and like help you out when you're at the police station, and you sucker punched him. Alan Wake does.
Hey, I'm here! I'm coming!
No! Get away! Sorry. Please, please. The boss didn't know who he was messing with. I didn't know. I swear, I didn't know. We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is. She's probably drowned. We just said we had her to make a play ball, you see?
Oh, you hear him confessing? What's happening? drowning in the lake, just like maybe your wife? So you saw her drown, but the house that you were in never really existed where she drowned. So you can't exactly say that's what's real. But hey, another chapter done. Oh, another copyright claim coming through. Thanks, Alan Wake. I have gotten hit by copyrights.
Oh my, what a wretched life. I was born on the day that my pawn died. I was cut from
All my Back for Blood videos.
Previously on
and now my Alan Wake videos.
I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that Ryder just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true.
So she's the one who knocked me out. FBI agent shot at me.
It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Somebody just pulled me out. I don't know who it is. Sadie, back in the day, you would say sure, but now not so much. Be in so much pain. Yeah, you're right.
Hartman.
It would be rough.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through
Oh,
another
this is like the page we just read.
Right now, it's very important that
It's the doctor, and you can see the Band-Aid on him from where we,
You're a patient at my clinic.
Oops, sorry.
Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb.
This is where the
I felt
tapes
like
were.
This was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think.
Oh, IV bag.
Focus. The door was locked. I was a prisoner here.
Well, you're wearing a lot of clothes. You know what you do. I've seen, what was it, Too Fast, Too Furious. You wrap your hand up with a cloth and you smash the window.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
You saw a flashback or something of that guy. No! That guy with the eyes was in the,
I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious.
Twilight Zone episode we saw in the game. It's called Shimmering Heights.
Now,
He looks like
why
the
don't you come
guy
with me? We'll reacquaint you with my
when the
clinic
girl
and go
kissed
over
the one
everything
guy
you
and then
might
he
have
was getting
forgotten. Little walk and
give
some
birth to
fresh
1,000
air.
babies.
Yes, it will do you good.
It really doesn't work like
This
that.
corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course.
What is this?
I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan.
Artists
Honestly,
with
we can get this
money.
thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan.
Yep, sorry, I'm coming, Doc. Get out of my way. Go.
Now, Alan, from past experience,
I'm gonna creepily stand behind him.
to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly
Have you ever
as I
tried to
can
break
after
glass
an episode.
nowadays?
So I'm just
It's
going
so hard
say
to break
this.
it. No, I've never made the attempt.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable
Car windows
state until you
would
understand
probably be a lot harder than the movie looks like. What does he use, his elbow, I think, instead of his fist? I feel like either one you would fuck up.
Your were suffering from hallucinations.
Like how you see like baseballs and stuff hit it, and it just shatters that specific acute spot that it hits, and not the whole glass.
Feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind.
The whole thing wouldn't shatter like that. You would just shove your elbow probably through a portion of the glass and then cut it as you ripped it out. Back in the day, everything was single pane glass. Nowadays, you have double and triple. You'll break your elbow trying to break a car glass.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along.
I mean,
he had to be lying, but under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
I've seen
It's all in your
there was that funny video a few years ago.
You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your
Of the
delusions are just a manifestation of
reporter
your subconscious mind
trying to prove how easy it was to smash windows, so he has a hammer, and he goes and he hits it, and it won't break, and he hits it like 5 times and it wouldn't break.
I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
But I have seen that if you hit it once and then really fast again, like when it's vibrating, you hit it again, and supposedly that makes it smash. I don't have access to junkers to test that on, and I happen to not want to pay for windows on my car, so I have no way to personally prove any of that. But I've seen videos. Like, from up here, the water graphics look insane.
Never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me.
Cheers.
Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark.
Sadie bought a pin smasher. That is a seatbelt cutter to it as well, and that helps. But still got his little oomph. Oh, just in case you got like stuck in the car
Should come as an immense relief to you.
from an accident or something.
Why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to
In the
think of me
movies,
as your enemy. It's part of the
I
illness.
let him talk.
if you go in the water,
He loved his own voice. His words echoed madly.
you can't get off seatbelts. They suddenly don't come off. So you need one of those.
You need to work with me. Once
Yep,
you
that's probably a
accept
good
that,
idea.
We can begin the journey towards your recovery.
I'm in a place where I assume I won't get in a car crash.
Let's go inside.
And if I do, whatever happens, happens. Not a good place,
Here's
but
the entrance to the office wing.
I've never been in that bad of an accident.
You were impressed by my trophies. When
I've
you
had
first
snow
arrived.
issues.
I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
So he likes to hunt. Hey.
Scary.
I love the storm sounds. I love storms in real life.
Emerson.
Whoa. Hold on. I think if I take a picture of this QR code, maybe something will happen. I want to take a picture of it on my phone.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you
Oh.
can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. It takes me to Vision 3 on YouTube. That's interesting. I wonder if that was a thing back in the day, or if they just added that to this modern one.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Yep. Yeah, my number one fear is water with Ollie in the back. And, oh, yeah, that's a good one. Since only one way to open the door is to have the pressure equal, so fill it up with water completely. I'd rather not wait. Get the fuck out of the car. That's a good point. Let me see if I can't find this video. That I can then display. It's literally just called Vision 3. Maybe I can see who created it. That way I can put it on there for you guys. And you can see what that QR code was. Dang, it is bare Eid. Okay, so never mind. I apologize. It came up on my phone, but it won't. It doesn't come up on YouTube itself. So, if you want to see the video, after this is over, you can watch it back on Facebook and pause it at that spot. It's at a little before 2:26 in the video, so probably like, I don't know, it's maybe been 5 minutes. So, around 2:21, holding up the QR code for a little bit. You can watch it back on YouTube or Facebook and pull it up on your phone. If you don't know how, literally just pull up your camera. It doesn't matter what phone you have, and it'll scan the QR code for you, and then it'll ask you if you want to go to the website that it has. So it's only oh weird? Yeah. Weird that I can't find it any other way. But oh, I painted you. That's real nice. Kind of does look like me. Whoa. Is there a page in there? There's a page in there. Okay. Hey!
Killing me.
It Springs the board game.
Oh, what a storm.
These old guys were in the diner in the very beginning of the game. We put the lime in the coconut for them.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Tor.
They kind of just keep showing up.
How should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they are
shit.
In advanced stages of dementia.
Cheers. Thank
They're
you.
well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut
Tor,
this short,
like Thor, and he's got a hammer.
Has been acting up. I'd better go check.
The
on
gods
it.
of
We'll
Asgard.
continue this soon.
That's funny.
Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd
like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
He's got a point. Ow!
Say, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson farm.
Thomas Zane is a different writer who also disappeared, going through the same thing as me. So it's super weird that they just called me that.
All you need to know to get your head right, you need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
These bastards.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He, too, had a way with words. My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not,
come on.
The Andersons made more sense.
I may need a hand here later on, Birch. The storm's bound to make you-know-who jumpy. You know how they get.
Gotcha. The doc's got me looking after Wake here, but holler if they get too rowdy.
I'll do that, Birch.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
Give me a rash, but I kept it away from these buzzards. They got some good lines in here.
Publisher people want to make a contribution so they can say they made a contribution. And then we end up with mullets in there because they think mullets are funny. But it wasn't supposed to be about mullets. And now it's about mullets. And when it's in slow motion, they call it mullet time because the numbers
Mullet
came out
time.
from marketing that mullet time is the hook we needed to go big in the target demographic. And they're not even kidding.
There wasn't even
They
supposed to
say
be
it all
bullets,
like
but now it's all
serial
about
killers with
bullets.
Straight faces and smiles. My nightmare is the writers who want to make everything from the characters to the toast.
Hartman wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do
Alan
to
Wake,
get
stop
Birch
narrating.
watching me like a hawk.
I want to hear what this madman has to say.
Listen to them because they're not scared of me.
Mullets, mullets, mullets.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur.
What is that? Is that like a bird?
In this cabin, have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's
All
not
right,
human.
tell me
A
more.
dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in
I want to know more.
shadows. There's a hole
We
in her
missed a
chest
whole
where her heart
chunk.
should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice.
This looks like a real live action actor of this character.
And the story will come true.
So is there like a bird of some sort above him? We'll have to see if that's the right room. One more chance for the QR code if somebody wants it. I'll hold it here for like 30 seconds. Just put your phone up to it and you'll get the YouTube video. We'll see what's happening in it. It's like a live action. It's only a minute long video. Alright, we'll move on. So this isn't the same room.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Be right back, doggos. Alright, sounds
Hey, wait.
good, Sadie.
You stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
So the vision's just him kind of rambling. The video there.
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here. Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
It's my store. I'm taking it.
That looks like the bird from the vision, the TV.
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. And if she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office from Sinclair. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Come out and face the music, Birch. It's time to pay the piper.
So he's hiding in there, and they knocked her the fuck out with a claw hammer.
Come out and beat our wrinkled, adult, diapered asses for it.
Wrinkled, adult, diapered asses. Mortal knave.
Yeah, you better hide, Birch. My wrath will break you.
These guys are amazing.
He's got a great sense of humor. Just ask Sinclair.
Okay, so I know we can go this way. Let's see if the keys can get us anywhere else. They've got so many voice lines for these people. So can't get me in there, can't get me. I can only go to that one room.
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. Hartman wasn't happy. Maude could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for, to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
And the tape playing is your wife talking to Hartman.
I couldn't breathe right.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at
This map really puts things into perspective. Of where all you've been.
looking out from behind your eyes.
You go to almost all of these locations all over the place.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording. The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
So the hunter and Hartman were together.
Barry?
So he's like the boss.
Ow! About time! Barry! Man,
So
I'm glad to see you.
Hartman lures you in.
Need to get to Hartman's office.
Possibly stole your wife.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean,
No, I don't want to go in. I don't want to go in. I don't want to go in! Damn it. I should be fine, but there was a collectible right outside.
And more.
So the doctor brought you in here to lock you in, force you to write so he could steal your writings. He's partnered
Alan,
with...
please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
The kidnappers.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together.
I don't remember this.
You have no idea.
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Oh, he's the one you locked in the darkness and hears his screams. It was Hartman. Thought it was him or the hunter. And there's the grin. Just like on the pages.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning, even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach.
Damn, this is some crazy shit.
The dark presence would be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out.
So I got a gun, but I don't got... Holy shit. Oh, it's growing. That's not the way. Do you know D-way? Okay, I do need to go through there.
I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
Generator. Ugh, a single sneezer. Everything's possessed, huh? Page.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Oh shit! Holy shit, Sadie. Thank you for the 100 stars. Well played as well. Cheers. Text talk is off. No, it's on. It said ah. And I'm out.
I'm here.
Okay. Come, Barry. Oh, you didn't hear it? Let's see. See if you hear it this time. Did you hear it? Ah. It sounds more relaxing than anything. Ah. Batteries. Well, I saw some more batteries down there, so eventually we'll go there. Oh, yeah. Those comes right after. Which is nice. They don't, like, try to blur the sounds together or something.
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Is that what you did, Barry?
Take this, Al. Oh God! Look at the house, Al.
Oh, damn. Ah! Yeah, no, definitely don't wait. They just kind of knock, knock, knock. Ah!
The house looks bad. Let's get out of
Yeah.
here.
It was still good, though. I think these, like, text-to-voice things, even some in-game, like Apex has it in its game, it always seems to do really weird things with long letters. Or, like, the same letter spammed. I've had people in Apex before just hit, like, the same letter over and over. And
I stared at the Viking
in that it says I each time. In this it might just be I or something.
With an impressive sound system
I don't know.
with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special
So that one, it kind of felt like the was just
when the sky split.
Slowly put together. Haha, true. You betcha. Okay. I'm always careful, Barry. Always. Calmate. if there's anything I missed at the beginning of the maze. When I could have gone left, but I didn't.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
Probably a page. For the sake of just finding everything, I think I can maneuver the maze. I'm just gonna go back and take a peek. I don't want to miss out on something. So I didn't even look. Nope, it was just simple dead end. But yeah, no idea. I just remember the maze, so it was easy to do this. Not a hard maze. Easier than the Back for Blood one for sure. Nothing hiding behind this Jurassic Park plant. You hear the crows coming.
You get 2 pills in the morning, and then you'll be nice and calm all day long.
Oh no. A possessed orderly. The darkness is strong with this one. Oh, you fucking birds. Nice, we got a nuke now. Look, if them birds wanna come at me, bro, I'm here. Oh, they'll be back. With a swarm in the sky like that. Yeah, they'll be back. Ooh, shotgun.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
If you remember, Mott was the hunter who originally kidnapped your wife and was taken by the tornado. Jesus, everything out to get you? Essentially. You got possessed birds, possessed inanimate objects, possessed people. What isn't possessed? You know? I mean, that whole fucking house turned into a possession. I was about to say, I wouldn't be surprised if this barrel came after me.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay.
Barry had fallen?
In the forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
What does that mean? Oh my god. I hear you, Sadie. ML made Tom do it? So, Thomas Zane, the first writer, his assistant Emil made him stay and write. So who is this? Emil, whatever? And what role do they play in it? Maybe something secretive? There it is. Is it secret? Is it safe?
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he'd had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered.
So Hartman did work with Tom.
Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Ooh. Hey, it's our old buddy Barry. Hey, I'm stuck on the other side of this gate now. Sorry, you gotta go around the other way.
Al! You're alive!
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry.
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so, I'll find it. Don't worry about it.
Come on, man, Barry.
Hurry up, Barry.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Oh, come at me, bro.
I'll be here. Just hang on, Al. Oh, hey, found a corner.
Hold on. I've got something to finish. Barry came in a bitchin' truck, by the way.
You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon, sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
Crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest.
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it.
Look out!
So it happened to the Andersons too. I guess I didn't pick up on that.
God damn it, Al, talk to me!
I had lost my
So I got ejected.
Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Thank you for the like, Susan. Okay. So with that, I'm gonna call it right here. It's a perfect little interlude to end the stream on, since it is now 9 o'clock, and these chapters seem to take like 2 hours. First one was an hour, second one 2 hours, third one 2 hours, and we're an hour into the fourth one. So we played 6 hours. First one was an hour. Second one was 2 hours. Third one was 2 hours. And we're only an hour. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so it's a good place to end off on. We'll finish this chapter tomorrow, and then the next chapter probably tomorrow as well. But so far it's been pretty fun, pretty good. I'm really enjoying playing through this again. The story's really great, and I've forgotten so much of it. So it's like playing it through again for the first time. I love it. Anyway. We'll get to the question of the night in a second here. But first, let's do some shout-outs for all you fine people out there. Thank you, Sadie, for the 400 stars and the 4 jump scares. Most of those got me pretty good. So, well played. Well played. Thank you, William, for the like and share. Sadie for the like and share. Lindsay for the like. Harold Curtis for the like. Kayla for the like. Sam for the like and share. Justin for the like and share. Paul for the like, Mohan for the like, and Susan for the like. Appreciate all of you guys. There's small little clicks for you guys, but it goes a long way for me. So the question of the night tonight is, in the state of Georgia, it is illegal, literally illegal. You cannot do this. You can be arrested to eat what with a fork? French fries, chicken, hamburger, or taco. They're all things that could be finger food, but you know there's weirdos out there and sorry if you are one, that eats these things with a fork. I've seen people cut up burritos, eat them bite by bite. I don't know if I've ever seen tacos, but, you know, very similar thing. Hamburger, I've seen people do it with hamburgers, but it's usually like those massive ones. Chicken, we've all seen those chicken people. And French fries. I know everyone out there has eaten one French fry with a fork before. So tonight, actually, you guys all voted pretty evenly spread. Nobody seems to really know. Nobody must be from Georgia. And if you are, you might not know this law. So we'll go wrong answers first. French fries. 30% of you voted for French fries. That is incorrect. You can eat those with a fork. You're just odd. Hamburger. 20% of you voted for hamburger. You can eat that with a fork in the state of Georgia. But again, you're going to look real freaking weird. Tacos. 30% of you voted for that. Tacos, you can eat with a fork. But why would you? Makes no sense. Now, in fact, the answer is chicken. You cannot eat chicken with a fork. Must be like fried chicken or something. I don't know where I found this wasn't too specific. But chicken is a food in the state of Georgia you cannot legally eat with a fork. Maybe, you know what? Let's look it up. And see what, like, the fine is for it and stuff. According to a Gainesville proclamation passed in 1961, designed to promote Gainesville as a poultry center, it's illegal to eat fried chicken, so specifically fried chicken, with a fork. In 2009, a woman was arrested as a practical joke for violating the law, but was later pardoned. So, it seems like the law is there. It doesn't get enforced at all. It was just like a publicity stunt for the chicken industry. And it remains there as a joke today. But it is technically a law. They could technically book you for it if they didn't like you. But, yeah, that's interesting. Had no idea. So there's no real fine number attached to it because only one person got arrested for it. And they got a full pardon from the governor. So that's pretty cool. Well, it was a good night. Thank you all for joining. Again, if it's your first time here, don't forget to hit the follow and like button. Need everyone to click those who can. And if you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out that QR code we found earlier in the game. And if you're watching on YouTube, you're going to see that a lot of the music is taken out. It might make certain parts of the audio wonky because YouTube's got this little thing where they can try to take out of all the sounds going, just specifically the music in the background, but it's in beta, it's kind of weird. They do what they do. But, yeah. Hey, David! Thank you for the like, buddy. Good to see you again. Cheers. Sadie, what? No way. Yes. Google it. It is a real thing. Cannot eat fried chicken with a fork in Gainesville, Georgia. It says the state, but the law was created in Gainesville, or at least specifically for Gainesville. So I don't know. I don't know the specifics. We'll look into it more. But just know it is real. So, all right. It's been a fun night. We're going to be back on 6 to 9 Central Standard Time tomorrow. We'll finish Chapter 4 and do Chapter 5. I don't know how many chapters are in this game. I really don't remember. So, we'll continue on. It's going to be fun. Don't miss out. Sadie, I'll be watching tomorrow to see some of this. Hey, can't wait. You got to be here. It is interesting. And I don't remember how it ends or anything. I have no clue. This is all a surprise to me, despite the fact that I played it once 11 years ago. I don't remember things 2 days ago. I don't remember this game from 11 years ago. So I just remember that I loved it. So, all right. It's been awesome. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, 6 to 9 Central Standard Time. Stay fresh, cheese bags.